Are you guys just starting out in WWE Supercard and you don't know where to go, you don't know where to start, you don't know how to navigate in the menu? Well, today's video I'm going to show you the basics of WWE Supercard before you step into the ring. Let's get to the video. How to even navigate around the menu, because this is the most important thing. You gotta familiarize yourself with the menu, what's going on, everything that's going on within the menu. Okay, the first thing it basically says your IGN name. This is your IGN name, your Supercard name that you come up with when you start the game, and you could pick a profile picture of whoever you want. Starting out, you don't really have to do this starting out. This just basically tells you have your mail here, your login bonus, your ladder bonus. It tells you what your top cards are. I'm using my second account for this as an example. Okay, of course they give you an exclusive offer on the left hand side here. They tell you what event's going on, which is the Road to Glory. PvP is on the right hand side here. Your PvP is War, Royal Rumble, Women's Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, things like that. So Men's Royal Rumble as well. So those are all your PvP. Those are the different events that rotate every other week. Every 5 days or so, you'll get different PvP, which is player versus player. You have your King of the Ring on the bottom right here. That's where you could play your King of the Rings. You have Wild Mode. This is obviously your ring where you play all your events in wild mode. Okay, and we have your cards. So this is where you can go to your cards and train up your cards. Your deck editor, you could edit your deck here. You got your catalog in the middle. Your fusion chambers. Fusion chambers are basically the fusions that you will be making, and they'll show you just use different recipes to make. Use different recipes to make all your fusion chambers with, and you can make them all the way up to Titan, as you guys know already. But for those of you guys that are new, that's pretty much what that is. The WWE is pretty much you could go to your Money in the Bank, another way of going to Road to Glory. The cart obviously is for credits, in case you want to buy credits, if you do have them or not. And of course, this the social network is for your teams, friends, news, things like that. But we're going to talk about the basics right now. What you want to do is, to start out, you need to learn the basics before you even play anything else. So we're going to go to wild mode right now. Okay. And we are going to edit the deck here. Before we do anything, we're going to show you the cards. Let's start out with that really quickly. Okay, the cards are going to have different abilities. Of course, this is a fusion card that I have. It's going to in 4 categories: power, speed, toughness, and charisma. These guys will proc in different and this is the bottom. The bottom of it is their finisher. Basically what they use is their finisher. Their finisher is their proc. They proc, like this guy procs in charisma right here, and he's a left arrow. Okay, those are basically each card has different abilities that you can use to play for power, toughness, speed, and charisma. Some of them mostly are power guys, some of them are toughness, some of them are speed and charisma, so on and so forth. So we're gonna go ahead and let's play a match here real quick here, guys. This is the best place to start out, is in wild mode. Wild mode is the best way to start out. As you start out, once you sign in and everything, you make a new account, you're gonna, of course, you put your nickname in there as your name. You're gonna get starter cards basically, and you're gonna get like rare cards, uncommons, commons, and you're gonna get some support cards as well. So male solo, obviously we're gonna go with speed. Okay, so this is the guy we're gonna choose. They'll show you, they'll highlight it in yellow for you guys. Speed, so Rick Rude is our highest in speed. We're gonna go ahead and use that right now. Of course. Okay, we end up winning that one. Now, female tag teams. Now, tag teams are a bit different. Okay, you have a left and right arrow. and up and down arrow. Up and down arrow are compatible to make a diamond, a yellow diamond, and a blue diamond is left and right. So right now I'm going to choose my tag team here, which is left and right. I'm going to choose this right here. As you can see, they're compatible, a compatible tag team. See, they're incompatible. It's going to do a graphic there. And that's pretty much how you do your tag team. You get a boost each time you do that tag team, by the way. Of course, and of course you could use your support cards. Your support cards help you support in whatever proc or whatever proc that these guys proc in. Procs are basically what their finishers are, what they proc, what their special abilities are. So this guy's got a power of 891. So we're gonna go ahead and use our Bray Wyatt. Pretty simple. So these are pretty much, and you get rewarded an extra pick. It's 2 picks normally per bout, but when you do a clean sweep, when you do a perfect match, you get an extra pick. So you get 3 picks off the board. Okay, you get an energy, of course, for your King of the Ring. So you get 3 picks off the board, and you just pretty much do this. This is the best way to familiarize yourself with the game. I would recommend doing this first before you do any events, just to familiarize yourself with the cards, things like that. So right now we're gonna go ahead and play another match here real quickly for you guys. We've got a power match, so we're gonna go and use our power. You can only use one of your support cards. That's the bad part about it. You can only use one of your support cards. So we're gonna go into a power match right here, and that's what's going on there. Okay, male tag team. So of course we're going to use our male tag team right here. We'll go ahead and use that. Make sure that they're compatible. Like this guy right here, they're incompatible. They have -5. You get a plus 5% boost in your stats. So that's pretty much the basics of how to play. And of course, it'll tell you what it's calling for, power and charisma. You just pick the appropriate card for power and charisma. Of course, these are starter cards. I just wanted to show you this as an example. And of course, as you progress in the game, the more you progress in the game, the higher the numbers are going to be. So it's mainly a numbers game. So I won 3-0 again. I'm going to go ahead and pick my 3 picks. So 3 picks for a perfect win, 2 picks for a regular win, and I think it's 1 pick for a loss. So you just keep doing this. Of course, I got a super rare right now. Luke Harper is a super rare. So once you get a good card pull, you can definitely put him in your deck. So you just go to your edit deck here, and you put Luke Harper. You just put Luke Harper, swap your Luke. You put your Luke Harper in there now. So it's a rare Luke Harper or a super rare, which is a very good card. So that's definitely something that you need. So Luke Harper is a lot more powerful now, as you can see. He has more powerful stats. So as you progress in the game, you get different cards. There's different tiers of cards that you guys can get, which I'll show you here in a little bit. Let's take a look. Going to look at the cards. Okay, and we're going to go. It starts off with common, uncommon, rare, super rare, survivor, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, hardened, elite, ultimate, WrestleMania 33, SummerSlam 17, beast, monster, and of course Titan. So the 3 new tiers that we have are beast, monster, and Titan, which have been new for a while in the game, but more and more tiers are coming. So as you progress in the game, you need to make sure that you change out your cards, use good cards as your thing here. This is pretty much your card section where you could train your cards up. I'll show you one right now. I know this video is a little long. I'm just showing you different things. You can train up your cards here. So I'm gonna hit improve. You just hit improve to train up your cards. You can hit select all to select everything that's here. You could select enhancements, you could select different things. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and train up my Naomi here. Okay, and of course you have tokens. Now tokens, you could put tokens in different places for your cards. What I like to do, I like to put my tokens in Power and Charisma. So we put the cards in Power and Charisma here. We put our tokens. The tokens basically enhance their ability even more. So I'm going to put some in her ability. And of course, I like to put some in her third best stat, which is toughness. So we're going to go ahead and put that in toughness. Okay, we just go here and hit yes. We'll go ahead and that's pretty much what I do. I like to you put them in their best stats. Now, of course, it says rear view, 776 of power and charisma. So I put 3 in power, 3 in charisma. I put 2 in toughness for their third stat, and sometimes I put it in their ability too, because it enhances their ability when they basically proc to this and they use their power and charisma. So, which is really, really awesome. So that's pretty much how you train your cards up. And make sure when you do train your cards up, you level both cards up just like this. And of course, you make sure that all of their matches, each card has a matches on them, and you have to make sure that you play all of their matches using events and things like that to make sure that things are that your card is perfectly pro'd. So that, because I made a mistake about that in season 1, I never perfectly pro'd my cards right. So you're maxing out your card, you're basically tokening them. Make sure you token them too. That's the most important thing. And of course, using your matches, play all your matches for both of your cards. I suggest playing them in events or playing them in wild mode. You could train your cards up in wild mode and whatnot. And you could perfect pro your cards. It'll do a little animation once you make sure all your matches, all 40 matches are played. In each of these, you have 20 for the ability. Make sure all of these matches are played, and you get a gold star pro once you pro the cards. So that's pretty much what's going on there. Of course, but that's about all that I have for pretty much learning the basics of WWE Supercard. I would just keep playing wild mode, and of course you play your events. Road to Glory basically is you could start out playing Road to Glory. I don't recommend playing any of the events. Just start familiarizing yourself with the cards first. Of course, Road to Glory, you have to play for points to get your cards. Of course, these are different points to get cards. And of course, Ring Domination requires you to unveil 36 shards off of the board. But starting out, I wouldn't recommend doing events. Just keep playing wild mode, keep familiarizing yourself with the game, keep playing those exhibition matches, and you'll easily get familiar with the game. And once you get familiarized with the game, you can start playing King of the Rings. Your King of the Ring is basically, you can put your superstars in here, whichever ones you want. Once you get better cards, of course, you could start King of the Rings, and you could earn rewards through King of the Rings as well. You have your open challenges, which is a very good thing to do. That will definitely help you out a lot as well. For this King of the Ring, you could do, like I said, you could do King of the Rings, but I don't recommend you do that. Just make sure that you just learn the basics first. Make sure you're compatible tagging with all your cards. Make sure you're training your cards properly. Make sure you're putting the proper tokens in the proper places. There's no particular way, but just to enhance them a lot better, I would recommend you using the tokens. I think that's all there is. I'm just basically showing you all the things that you need to know for basics and things like that. Money in the Bank is a game mode that you can play as well to also get cards. You get different rewards. You build up your contracts. As you build up your contracts, you can go ahead and you could get the top cards. So playing this would be a very good thing. So if you want those top cards, that's really cool as well. But other than that, guys, this is pretty much the navigation and everything that I'm showing you for this just learning the basics. That's the best way to do it. Learn the basics, and then you can move on to the next things. And I'm about to do another video for that as well, of learning everything else of the tips and tricks of WWE Supercard. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, guys, like the video, subscribe, definitely turn on all notifications. And if you guys want me to do more of these, let me know in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Take it easy, stay calm, follow the mustache.